How satisfied are you? How many people are satisfied with their lives right now? Okay, so how many people are satisfied with their health? How about your ability to move? In other words, if you wanted to go out and go for a brisk walk, I won't even challenge you with a run, but a good brisk walk tomorrow, could you do that? If you wanted to play with your children or grandchildren, can you do that? Same with your physical energy. You know, do you have the physical energy to get up and go for that walk or play with the kids? Do you have the physical energy to, you know, go all day and then go to bed at night and get a good night's sleep and get up the next morning and do it again? What about your emotional energy? Are you sort of on the edge all the time? You know, yeah, many of us are as the eyes go up, absolutely. How about your relationships? How are they going? Because I'll tell you, oftentimes your relationships will go in relation to how well you feel. There's nothing worse than trying to have a meaningful conversation when you feel horrible. It's very hard to have a loving relationship when you feel horrible. You feel horrible. How about your ability to control your health? That's the most important thing. We want to give you the power to choose and say, yes, I want to be biologically younger. You can also choose not to be. But at least you now know that it's your choice. And what I can tell you is your life is a sum of your choices. The food you eat, the water you drink, the environment you live in, the relationships you have, the way you relate to people, generally your outcome, your emotional experience with people, your perceptions. You cannot lose weight until you first change the way you do your life as far as nutrition, as far as exercise. First you must be healthy, then you'll lose weight. As is the inside, so will be the outside. You clean up the inside, you're going to clean up the outside, just because that's the natural way of things. That's going to be the human experience. You're not going to want to go back to the old way of being. 34% of Americans are overweight. 36% of Americans obese. 6% are extremely obese. So this is going to equal 76% of Americans are overweight. I mean, that's frightening. That's frightening because we know that being overweight destroys your health. And that's why programs like this that can help you take the weight off and keep the weight off in a healthy way are so important. Problem with fat is it's highly inflammatory to the body. It has very high levels of arachidonic acid. Arachidonic acid creates an inflammatory process that is the base of most of our diseases. So we have to have exercise to make a difference in your good fats. You know how your doctor will say, well, I'd like to see those good fats a little bit higher. But they don't take the next step telling you, okay, in order to do that, we're going to change your diet and we're going to give you very purposeful exercise to increase that lean muscle mass, decrease that body fat, and give you higher levels of the good fat. Blood pressure issues affect 65 million North Americans. Now it's interesting again, so we have people with high blood pressure, right? Normal pressure can be restored by diet and exercise for most people. So again, we got to get you moving, purposeful exercise, increase lean muscle mass, decrease body fat, and we've got to make sure that we change the diet up just a little bit. So what we want to know is, how old are you really? You know your chronological age, right? But how many people would really like to know their biological age? Because if you know your biological age, you can do what now? Change it. And we want to be able to definitively change it. You want to be able to have mathematical formulas that show, yes, you're biologically younger. And the good news with that is that human studies have proven that with the right exercise, again, there's that word exercise, you can change your biological age from your 6th, 7th, 8th, even 9th decades of life. They've taken women in homes in their 90s and started to reverse their osteoporotic bone. How important is that? Just by balancing the hormones, using weight resistance exercise, and changing their diet. So you can improve your strength and your muscle size in the similar amount as young people. In this office, we don't treat anything. What we want to do is balance your systems, balance your nervous system, balance the biochemistry within your body, balance the bioenergetic system, make sure you have a healthy approach to life emotionally. What we do, as we bring balance, and your body does what? It heals itself. You know, no doctor anywhere ever healed anything. I do not have the ability to heal you. I have the ability to adjust you. I have the ability to coach you. I have the ability to assess where you currently are and help you to move to a healthier place. That's all I can do as a doctor. The steps you take, of course, will be your steps to take. But at the same time, what we want to look at is what direction do you need to go so that your body can heal itself. Your life will be different when you change the inside, the outside will change. Because life on its own creates imbalance. So we have to make sure that our stress side isn't outweighing our resource side. Key to vital living is to fill up the resource bucket, get you back in balance, because the stressors of life don't go away. Your muscle is like the engine of your body. The more muscle you have, the better engine you have. You know, I always say you can choose to drive a Corvette through your life or a Chevette through your life. And I don't think they make Chevettes anymore. But nonetheless, that is the difference. The more muscle you have, the higher your basal metabolic rate, the better you're going to control your blood sugar, the better you'll control your blood pressure, the lower the blood fats will be. So, I mean, muscle is key. The more muscle you have, the more calories you'll burn, so the more you can eat. Nothing we're talking about tonight is difficult. It does take willpower, and that's why we're here to support you. But nothing we're talking about tonight is difficult. My goal for you is to give you your life back. You know, I believe that life is meant to be lived like a candle. It should burn brightly until it's done. You shouldn't wake up every day saying, how am I going to make it through the day? You shouldn't want to go do things and yet be unable because your body can't handle that. And you absolutely don't want to die slowly from disease. And chronic degenerative disease is a slow, painful process. So rather, let's just gather all that up and reclaim your life. Reclaim your body, learn what you need to do. As I said, we'll give you the tools, we'll hold your hand through the process, and allow yourself to have your life back.